Welcome back to The Explainer. If you absolutely love watching a hero go from zero to a total powerhouse, well, you are definitely in the right place. Today we're breaking down Chapter 13 of Solo Leveling Ragnarok. And let me tell you, this chapter, it is an absolute masterclass in the action progression arc. We're going to look at exactly how narrative tension perfectly syncs up with hard statistical game mechanics to create a truly satisfying payoff. Okay, let's dive into this. Right out of the gate, you gotta realize that the universe of solo leveling doesn't just give its heroes vague feelings of friendship. No way. It literally pauses the whole world with system prompts like, will you accept Fang's heir as your ally? This isn't just a simple question. It's a massive structural pivot point for the entire chapter. So, this prompt officially introduces the young wolf, Fang's heir. Our protagonist, Suho, is faced with taking on this potential new ally. And what you really have to remember about this universe is that alliances here, they are literal statistical power-ups. Accepting an ally actually means integrating their raw strength directly into your own character build. It's a total game changer. To see exactly how this plays out, let's open up our quest log for today. First, we'll look at a crucial new alliance, then uncover the hidden enemy revealed. Check out the Monarch's quest, witness the awakening of beast possession, analyze a devastating counterattack, and finally, wrap up with the victory and leveling up. All right, moving into Stage 1, a crucial new alliance and the real power of recruiting allies. And this brilliantly illustrates the stark contrast we're dealing with. On one hand, we have the corrupted hyena, Brockie, who is totally being manipulated by this strange glowing stone forced right into his eye. On the other hand, you have the noble, natural succession of the young wolf, standing tall despite all the suffering his pack just went through. It is a classic visceral battle of unnatural corruption going head-to-head against an inherited legacy. Which brings us right to this pivotal moment. Suho learns that the wolf's ancestors actually sacrificed themselves, literally pouring all of their remaining mana into this young heir just to save him. Understanding the sheer weight of that sacrifice, Suho confidently hits accept on the system's prompt. He's not just checking a box in a menu here. This is a high-stakes, emotional, and strategic decision that completely binds their fates together. Let's shift gears to Part 2, the hidden enemy revealed, where we start uncovering the masterminds. Through the inherited memories of Fang's heir, Suho starts piecing together that Brockie isn't actually acting on his own. He gets a glimpse of these shadowy, glowing-eyed figures. They're the ones who planted that yellow stone in Brockie's eye. So Brockie is really just a crazed pawn being manipulated by these unseen masterminds. Now the problem is, Suho realizes that to actually save Brockie from this madness, he has to defeat him right here, right now. But he openly admits a pretty crucial deficit. He just isn't strong enough to do that yet. The power gap is just way too wide. This tension expertly sets up the necessity for what every progression fantasy fan is eagerly waiting for. That sudden, glorious level up. Moving to Stage 3, the Monarch's quest, and the lit RPG mechanics of this universe. So the crucial point is the sheer scale of this brand new objective. The very second Suho recruits the wolf, a massive new quest drops, Monarch's heirs. The objective? Find the heirs of the Monarchs and recruit them. But look at the numbers. Out of 9 total heirs, Suho has now found exactly 1. This completely shifts our perspective, right? It establishes the massive, long-term scale of the story ahead, all while leaving the ultimate reward an incredibly enticing mystery. But hey, there is an immediate short-term reward too. As soon as the quest logs, the system announces that a brand new bond skill is forming. And man, the moment is captured perfectly. There is a blinding burst of golden light radiating out from Suho as the wolf's spirit merges right with him. This is the exact moment the tide of the battle turns. Stage 4, Awakening Beast Possession, a literal statistical power-up. Let's look at the hard mechanics of this insane new ability. Bond Skill Beast Possession Level 1. By combining with the successor of the Fang, Suho suddenly gains beast-like heightened senses and raw strength, but it is anchored in tangible RPG rules. It costs him exactly 1 mana per second to maintain. It's a massive buff, yeah, but he is on a ticking clock. Talk about high-pressure resource management in a totally life-or-death situation. The physical result? Striking. Suho undergoes this incredible white-haired transformation, with the mark of the Fang appearing right on his forehead. He immediately realizes that his body feels incredibly light. He can suddenly read the absolute smallest movements of his enemy. That massive power deficit from just a few moments ago? Completely erased. Section 5. A devastating counterattack. Agility versus brute strength.
Brockie lunges with desperate, panicked brute force, but with his new hyper-awareness, Suho effortlessly dodges. The dynamic has completely flipped. Brockie realizes with absolute terror that if he loses here, he's going to be deprived of everything. But he simply cannot touch this new version of Suho.
The clash here is incredibly kinetic. The visceral explosion of red and gold energy perfectly captures the fast-paced, high-impact combat. Suho is darting around the massive hyena, systematically taking apart his defenses with pinpoint absolute accuracy. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how the system rewards active combat. Right in the middle of this relentless assault, a new prompt pops up. Suho unlocks the passive skill Martial Arts Level 1. It costs 0 mana, and the kicker? It increases his unarmed damage by a massive 33%. He gets a mid-battle damage multiplier precisely when he needs to deliver the final blow. And he does not waste a single second. Utilizing that new 33% damage boost, Suho launches into a climactic, perfectly executed upward kick that completely shatters Brockie's defenses. It sends the massive beast reeling backward. Pure agility and precision, totally overwhelming that corrupted strength.
And finally, Section 6, Victory in Leveling Up, the Resolution and the Reward.
As the dust settles and Brockie falls, we get this moment of tragic realization. His final thoughts reveal a truly painful irony. He really only wanted to become stronger to protect his lord, Sir Rakian, but in his anger and desperation, he accepted that corrupted yellow stone and just completely lost himself. It is a stark reminder of the cost of unnatural power in this world.
But for our protagonist, the system provides the ultimate tangible reward for completing this micro-hero's journey. Not just one, but 2 immediate level-ups. This is the direct return on investment for